Hello there, greetings. Thank you for joining us. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Fifth Dimension. I'm back, as you can see, here to, I'm not sure. So, today, I've been kind of researching a little bit of the Secret Space Program and give you a little more take on how I see it. It's very difficult. It hasn't been really my path to go into that. But technically, I mean, this is a secret space program broadcast, you can say. Everybody's involved with it to a certain degree. Now, what involvement are you in? Are you just part of the society and you're not really involved with the government stuff, which many are? There are others that are deep into the government madness, or not this Earth's government, but like the program government, whatever you want to call it. So those in the third dimension are having difficulties digesting all this. And some are saying, oh, if it's outrageous, it's crazy, it's like a sci-fi movie, it's not real. Which I believe it's more the opposite. It is, the more sensational and the more insane it is, the more real it is. Of course, remember, we're coming from a third dimensional point of view. And what the third dimensional point of view is McDonald's and Walmart. Even those that have had a big, those academically, intellectuals, they've been to S4 or whatever it is, and it's still, you're in a 3D environment. But 4D is insane, basically. I mean, the spirit world, I mean, if you have, like, the pyramids and all that, it is, well, I want to call it like our cartoon-like reality. Is reality beyond our understanding, at least at this point. Now, we're becoming more understanding of it. But many are just going, oh, it's made up, it's this and that, and actually it's not. It's actually downloaded. Even some that had a download of it, everybody's going to call them crazy. It's like, I don't think I was on this planet. And usually many of us aren't on this planet a lot of times. We're in the astral realms, and some of us are truly in even more of the fourth dimension, as whatever people feel. It's weird. It's going to continue to be. It's not going away. I mean, it has an audience. It's going to get bigger and bigger. It's never going to go away. And people in the third dimension will have a lot of difficulties digesting all this. It's like the true reality is so insane. We're getting a glimpse of it. There's a lot more that has not, much greater that has not been mentioned. It's just beyond our little third dimensional minds. And so people feel like you're just a bunch of psychotics and you're making this up and same old shit. And there's no evidence of it, but spiritually there is an evidence of it. It is a spiritual process, a fourth dimensional connection. And yeah, maybe there are some, like with Corey Good, stuff like that, there might be some kind of manipulations here and there. There's going to be that here and there. It's just the way it is. But it does not mean that all of it is a bunch of garbage either. Now, is there a control system around some of that? There might be, to a degree. There might be some kind of that. Yes, it's hot here. Some kind of. I feel like I'm in a sauna right now. It's good for. It's good for you. Maybe not. Maybe it's not good for you at all. Of course, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, with our direction we're going in is it's just, this is going to become a new normal. It's just the way it is. It's going to get more insane, and the spirit world, people don't see it, but people connect to it. Well, why not the secret space program too? And people are having memories of this stuff. It's going to get stronger, and it's a weird world, and it's going to get stronger and stronger, our society, and it's just the way it is. It's just there is going to always be some kind of manipulation going on here and there, but not much you can do about it. It's all part of a learning process. Take the good with the bad. Even manipulations, it is part of a learning process. Some, like mainstream media, religion, even you call it mainstream media, People need BS in their life, as you can see, even Hollywood, Wall Street. Our reality is pretty much a bunch of nonsense. Basically, this reality is just—it's all the junk of the universe, basically. And we just made it a thing. We took all the crap that nobody wants and made a society out of it. Basically, that's why we have McDonald's. We're lucky us, huh? We're just a lucky race. Just we take all the mediocrity of the universe and put it on a planet, and we just people love their McDonald's, which is fine, and people need that process of learning. Not to say all the secret space program knowledge is false. Some of it is, but some people need to learn through that to find their own truth. So just the way it is. Like Simon Parks is coming to mind. I think he's like 50-50. It's not all just nobody's perfect. Just go by your own intuitions on that. Feels like Simon Parks people are kind of wondering about that. There is, like I said, a spiritual connection. How can you take away someone's spiritual connection? If you want to believe in like the spaghetti monster is in your reality, who can take that away from you? So, it's a weird, it's all bizarre, and let me tell you, we're just in the beginning of it, and things are going to heat up over time. Just no one's really having any evidence of it just yet, but it's like think of our society as like we're a bunch of cave people basically, and we see a plane in the sky. We don't know anything. We're still running on old oil, old ideas, and there's going to be a generation of people that's already coming in right now that's going to disconnect from this reality altogether, because it's all a bunch of bullshit anyway. Our government, our food, our everything, they're just going to get sick of it. They already are. It's already happening. It's going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And give me the fourth dimension. This place doesn't mean anything to me. And so this is the hardest part right now, is the transition. It's basically, hitting the eject button of crap, basically. Yeah, and there's also the human trafficking that's going on, and let's see. Child abuse that's going on. Like, if you want me to go into my honesty with Ivan night, like Disney, I hate to say it, but that thing, I don't think Disney should exist at all. I hate to say it, but I don't think it exists. I don't think they should. I'm not saying the words I would rather say, but I don't think that should even exist on our planet in any shape. Not when you're marketing to kids. You're attracting child predators. It's fucking disgusting. The whole thing is gross. I know it's all cute and fun, but you know what? When you look at it, it's like it's a horror movie. It's horrible. I know it sounds all fun, but when you get in it, I was there. I couldn't stand the fucking place. The energies of it is so much manipulation going on there. It's so hard. It's just Universal. I know it's not great, but it does not have the manipulation of Disney. Oh my gosh, it's a horrible place. It's just, it feels like it's heightened up. It's a night and air scenario. It's just, I'd be like the worst parent ever. If I have like Disney movies, I would put them on a garbage can and set them on fire. It's like I'd be the worst parent ever. It's like, do not touch that. It's all just child molester, just propaganda. It's CIA mind control along with it too. I know as fun as that stuff is, it's disgusting. Yeah, you can call it a CIA psyop. Unfortunately, there are better things out there. Tom and Jerry or anything other than Disney. Disney is not a good company. As lovely as it is, and it's mediocre movies that puts out these days, it can all be better. It's just, I think it's showing its true colors more. It has been over the past, but I don't know what's going to happen to it in the future. It's getting uglier. It's just, I don't even want to see the place anymore. That's why I go there to channel. Yeah, shed some light into a piece of shit. I hate to say it. People don't want to hear that, but it's true. When you look at it, when you look at the stuff that is really going on there, it's fucking gross. The headlines of predators being caught and stuff like that. What is that place? Fucking just, Like I said, I'm not saying what I really want to say about the place, but if they leveled it, the world would be a better, everything would be better. Let's put it that way. Same with Hollywood, same with Wall Street. So there will be a generation of people that will disconnect from. I mean, yeah, they call it cynical. It's called manipulation that's going on right now on all levels. There will be a generation of people that are going to just say sick of this stuff, and we're in those stages right now. We always have been, but now where spirituality is going to come in. And spirituality, you can say, is a bunch of BS. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever is true to you. It might not be true to somebody else. Who cares about somebody else? What matters to you is what matters most. And clearing out your guide energies, having more positive guides does help. Because the more negative guides, they want to bring in more negativity too. They want you to trap you into this world and take your soul. That's how dark entities operate. Along with the obviously, it can't hit on every level. It does get very exhausting connecting to this. Like yesterday, I took a long break yesterday. Saturday, I took a long break. Even this week, this next month, I'm going to be taking it easy. I'm still going to be doing this, but I did all my theme park stuff, got it out of the way, basically. So that'll be uploading. And if you get like seasick looking at any of this stuff, any theme park stuff, you're not alone. I get seasick too, but I'm not going to change it. Let's see. With Anunnaki and to go in a little bit more of that, now I think Barbara Messiniak was the first time I ever heard about this, about the Anunnaki, how they have relationships with their family. Like you have a child and you have a relationship with your child. It's freaking disgusting. But for them, it's all about DNA. Just like, does that sound a little bit familiar? Like, look, my connection just broke down on the web. Hopefully it's still. Oh, it says a bad connection. That's nice. Hopefully it gets better. I think we're still alive. Yeah. So with Anunnaki and that. Okay, I guess we're back on. Okay, we're back on. Yeah, send me an email when it disconnects. So yeah, I've been talking about the Anunnaki. I don't know how much of this got is all they got recorded. But yeah, they're having relationships with their own children, and it's only like a small group, but it's still bad enough as it is. So in our shutdown in the third dimension, I have the Anunnaki. I did a lot of child abuse to bring us down to our level that we're at right now. Child trafficking and wherever it might be. And they went crazy with it. And then all other races grabbed onto it too. So it's not just Anunnaki now. No, remember, I feel it's only like a small group, and it just expanded on this planet. And, you can say who you want. There's various species that are involved with it. Isn't done in the fourth dimension. A lot of it's done in the fourth dimension. Not all of it, of course. A lot of missing children is done in the fourth dimension. And it's just, it's pretty creepy. It's an ugly world. It's like, you want to get assassinated by the Illuminati, you mess with their money and you mess with their kids. Meaning you mess with the child trafficking stuff. And you go into the... one thing you talk about experiences is one thing, but you go into the root of where it's causing it, that's where you get kind of like, like you find like a company is involved with it, or politicians that's involved with it, which there are several. They might not remember it always because there's mind blocks going on. Doesn't mean they're not involved in some shape or form. Our government's the shadow government's involved, let's put it that way, but there's always a public side of it too, of course. Like I said, I believe some of the public politicians aren't always aware that they're involved with it, but they are involved. Some of them are involved in the fourth dimension, though. I don't know who exactly. I'm not sure if I want to know. It's not an area that I go into, but it is an area that has been coming up recently that I have not been looking for, but it's kind of been, Voodoo Donuts is about human trafficking. Energy does not look good. So, bringing this stuff into light does take time. it will become easier to bring this stuff up in the light. You know, the human trafficking stuff's all part of the secret space program to some degree. Oh, definitely has a connection there for slaves, whatever it might be. It does have, or for human genetics, or whatever it's called. Something that's disgusting stuff, most likely. I'm not going to this just because I want to jump into it, but it will be a time when when humanity comes out of its hypnosis, where this type of thing won't happen on our world anymore. Where more people will be able to see it. Right now, many don't see it. Well, you have to, fend for yourself. Get an education for yourself, get a job for work and make a living, and this is the last thing that's on your mind to go into. But as we go up the vibrations, we will be tending to it more. As for when, how, it's all up in the air at this moment. We're in kind of like a waiting period of our transition into more of a higher fourth dimension, fifth dimension energies. Not to say we're not in it right now, but for more understanding of it does take time. Now, anybody that says like there's like 3 days of darkness, wherever the hell it is, about if you don't do these things, you're not going to be in the fourth dimension. That's all a bunch of nonsense. I mean, even Bashar's in the same thing. I don't know what's with these people. Why did they just get bored or something? It's like a negative being comes in and just starts talking about nonsense. You just gotta go with the flow. It's all you gotta do. It's nothing. It's do the best you can. Be the best person you can. Do what you. I mean, you don't have to put pressure on it. Oh, I need to do this. I need to meditate every day, or I'm going to hell, or something like that. It's like do the best you can. Survive. That's all you can do. And I don't know why some of these channelers bring it. You need to do this by this certain date. It's like, what kind of dark entities are people swallowing over there? Jeez. By 2012, some beings are saying the same kind of nonsense. It's just freaking ridiculous. So we are going into, transformation. Just everything takes time. The secret space program is hard to digest. That's why it's like those in the third dimension get a headache from it. I wonder why. It's fourth dimension's a bitch, basically. The fourth dimension is a bitch to understand. It's weird. It's like all the cartoons you've seen on TV, all that shit's real. At least that looks more human. If it gets like Care Bears or something like that, that's more like an astral. There are realities where the Care Bears do exist, but that's up to you if you want to connect to it. But more of the Star Treks, the Star Wars, stuff like that is more in the fourth dimension of some kind of form of that. And we're slowly digesting that to go into higher frequency of understanding. And Tesla is very much involved with it. And even Bezos, the Blue Origins to a degree. But all those, NASA obviously is involved, and the other aerospace guys, or even Virgin is part of it. I even got a download. Even Apple might get involved with it. Going to the moon, going to space. Get your iPhone in space. I wouldn't doubt it. So I imagine they've been thinking about it. Yeah, because Apple's got nowhere to go. So if Apple goes into space, joins the space race, which would be interesting. I don't know how they'll do that, but so iPhone's the aliens. But we are going into a slow growth into it. But the Tesla, just watch that. Aerospace companies, if you really want to do some heavy research into that type of stuff, see what they're doing with their space programs. Obviously, they're just like little bits here and there. But this is where the secret space program can leak some of their knowledge and technologies into. Eventually, we're going to go into a technology jump, but not just yet. Where not the teleportation just yet, but the ideas of it are going to start increasing. That doesn't mean we're going to driverless cars. Who ever saw that was going to come? So you also show Google is very much involved. I mean, we're trickling into that world little by little. So teleporting through using technologies is another one that somebody's working on somewhere right now. So we never thought about driverless cars or ever be talked about, so that's going in. So what's next is on the horizon basically. This space talk, it's just talk, but eventually something will occur of it for sure. For definitely, we are going into a time of. It's slow, but it is happening. It depends on where you want to look at it. I mean, if you really want to see the fourth dimension operation, you look at the aerospace companies, you look at NASA, you look at news, you look at their updates, their blogs, stuff like that. It might be general information. I don't know what they have out there, but even Blue Origin, even if it's not fully connected to it, it's still involved in some shape or form. It might be not necessarily connected to the space program, but is copying a lot of what SpaceX is doing. So at least it is showing that SpaceX is getting all of the downloads. They're going to this internet around the Earth and everything. So we are in flux. It is happening. So the secret space program, as secret as it is we're kind of getting glimpses of it here and there. It's on how you look at things. We are, it's baby steps. It's not what people are probably looking for. They're not going to see an alien. We have to upgrade our technology first and our consciousness for any alien to make appearance. But we are seeing it, in gear. Like with Elon Musk, he has most likely many. Oh my God, the clones. He has many clones, definitely. He's going to live a pretty long life too. He's doing everything. He's not pissing off the governments or anything. He might not always. Yeah, well, they're kind of getting back at him money-wise, stuff like that, but he's not going anywhere. Yeah, because he's not going by all the rules. He would actually advance things a lot more. But yes, because he's not getting all the money in he'd like to do what he really wants to do. It's amazing to get funding as it is. Yeah, it feels like you can get, I don't know how much money he's getting right in, but if you can get the Blue Origin money on top of what he's got, then he can really excel things. So they're doing the best they can at this moment. Also doing the drilling under the ground, all that's kind of fascinating. So we are kind of seeing it in front of us, and a lot of them are copying Elon Musk in the long run. So with Amazon, they're doing the Blue Origins, they're copying SpaceX. I mean, everybody's copying, SpaceX. Even the car companies are copying Tesla. I mean, whoever thought electric cars are going to be popular? Whoever thought that was? I mean, it just made a documentary 5 years, 10 years ago about who killed the electric car, and now we have electric cars everywhere now. So we are going into if you agree with electric cars or not, whatever, who cares? About the environment, if you want to hug a tree, go for it. Fuck. There's extremists out there that just can't make them happy. But either way, we are going into a space program reality, and many are having difficulties connecting to it on a spiritual level. But we are seeing it here on the physical, little by little. I guess I can show stuff tomorrow, but what kind of channeling? So let's see. Elon Musk basically, is like a star child. They're not saying where he came from. Doesn't really matter. He comes from all different places, but he signed up for basically work on both sides. Is he a villain? I don't think so, but he's here to bring in new information here. He wasn't always going to be agreeing to it. Whenever he started SpaceX, that's when he agreed to it fully. He wasn't really 100% into it. They wanted to be, once SpaceX was created, that was he's in for it. So that's when so everybody's pretty much copying him, and it's kind of the whole thing is I don't think there's anybody else that's going to be created any similar to him anytime soon. He's going to be like an original. He's not going to be able to mimic anything he's going to do anytime soon. So is he channeling Tesla to a degree? Sort of. Now, Tesla, the car, wasn't his idea, but he worked with other engineers of it. But either way, he's still part of bringing... It's kind of like the modern-day Steve Jobs to a certain degree. He is bringing information in here. But he has a lot of his own ideas. He is making things happen. Like the Tesla has a lot of fancy stuff on their cars. It's pretty neat. And I don't think even Apple has those ideas. So he's kind of like the modern day Steve Jobs with all the drama. Of course, he has his own drama of smoking pot and stuff like that. So we are seeing the program inactive right now. And yeah, they are keeping, but they are bringing in technologies. It's not as fast as some people would like to see it. Like I say, Boeing, Lockheed Martin are ones to watch. They're both scary companies. Lockheed Martin is very frightening. When you look at their stuff, like we look at this, I don't know if Lockheed Martin is part of the stuff. I think they are. It's like that looks alien as you can get. It's on where you look. Most of the population isn't looking, but the alien stuff can get. It's really right in their faces. It's just they don't want to see it. They're just. Yeah, we are. People are. Yeah, they just the whole idea of alien energies are beyond them, but it's slowly being baked into our society. And so, like I believe like teleportation, something like not like a Star Trek, but something that you jump from one place to another. They are working on it somewhere. I mean, obviously in the fourth dimension, but I think even the third dimension they're working on it somewhere, which is kind of like ouch. I don't know who the hell is working on that, but I feel like somebody's doing something with it at this moment. So yeah, that would be really fucked up. That's gonna be a long. That's jeez. Yeah. So I got it. Yeah. Download. Apple wants to be in space. I'm not sure if they're ever gonna come up. I don't know if how that's gonna work, but can't get their own act together. They can't even get their MacBooks to work right. I don't know how they're gonna go into space, but who knows. Let's see here. For those that are opening up your abilities, just continue to. Well, I mean, you want something to tap into. That Elon Musk, SpaceX, Boeing, Lockheed Martin tap into those energies. If you wanted to homework. Obviously, there's a lot of blockages around, quite a bit of it, but you never know. We might pick up on. There's a lot of mind control. What's the other one? Raytheon's another. Raytheon's a scary one too. Well, they are connected to mind manipulation. I mean, all of them are technically. Well, not all of them, but a lot of the Raytheon is definitely connected to it. I know they have a connection to schizophrenics. Sending messages to them, and it's like there's somebody in a room talking to you. Like if you're a schizophrenic, you feel like someone's talking to you, and it's like, the connection I'm getting is where this is coming from is Raytheon that's down the road. So that's scary shit. So obviously you can't tell anybody that in our reality because people are not going to believe it. But let me tell you, that stuff is very real. I haven't really gone into that fully on the radio show. Eventually, I will be. Yeah, that's the deep state working. That's the secret space program, you can say. So yeah, all these Raytheon and Lockheed Martins, that they live in our reality, but it's almost like they live in a whole nother. They live in their own like society away from the rest of the world. They do working on top secret stuff publicly. But it's some of it's can be made public, but a lot of it probably can't be. There's like a shadow side of all of them. So yes, it's scary, but not in a way where you're be actually scared of. But I mean, people are scared of me. You go to Orlando, it's like Lockheed Martin right next to a bunch of tourism. What is that doing there? I mean, you have like a tourist strip, international. What's it called? International Drive. You have all the tourism stuff, and then right next to it is Lockheed Martin. It's like, what the fuck is that doing there? And that is where all the tourism. Well, I mean, International Drive goes on for a long ways. It just happens to be where all the tourism is going on. Find that a little strange? What are they watching? I know I'm watching them astrally. I don't go in there and tap in their energies. I'm not going to go walk around and channel around them. I'm not feeling comfortable about that, but you never know. It's like, yeah, I'm not feeling comfortable about that one. Yeah, it's ran like a I have, because the roads are kind of strange over there. It's like, I've drove into their kind of their base on accident because it's right by Universal, and just drove, and it looks like a military base, and it's just because they have like a road. It's like, here, take turn right to get off the road. And it's like there's some cars there. It's like, now you're telling me, my GPS is just telling me just now. It's like, fuck, I just missed a turn. So you keep going straight, go right into Lockheed Martin, and that's from Universal. There are roads that do that. Very, very bizarre. And Lockheed Martin is set up like a military installation. So yeah, you don't hear that on the on Fox News or CNN. Why doesn't CNN talk about that a little bit? What are they doing over there? Of course, they're not going to talk about anything. Just going to cry about Trump until their head blows up. So yeah, the secret space program. I mean, these aerospace companies is really. I mean, if you want to psychically tap into this stuff, there are remote viewers that are connected to some of them. And not be afraid of these people. They're just they might put the fear of God into you, but they just like screw people. You can't be scared of these people. They're just manipulators. That's all they are. It's like they can't really. I mean, they're the ones. They're the ones that are doing all the manipulations, psychic manipulations. They're bringing in dark entities to who do you think is involved with that? Government. These aerospace companies, some level of it somewhere. I mean, who do you think is doing these manipulations? They don't want you psychically to connect with the hell's going on. They're going to bring in all the blockages they can get out there. So it goes into our foods, it goes into our society. Life is a blockage basically. So you take down those blocks. What are you guys hiding over there? I mean, psychically, you can connect to these companies if you want to. You don't have to, but there's a lot of shady. You don't have to go to an Air Force base. You can just connect to your local Lockheed Martin, technically. Spiritually, you can, and see what they're up to. And there's a public version that is, there's always going to be a secret, but it's going to go into the public eventually. But there's some other side to it where it's super shady and super dark. There's a lot where it's like evil, basically. Yeah, I believe it. There's always going to be a public version of it that's, secret, obviously, but it's going to go into the military and whatever. But then there's a darker side of it where they're doing mind control, connecting to AIs is going to manipulate humanity, and they're spying on everybody with drones or whatever the hell they're doing. They're talking to you in your mind, stuff like that, sending dark entities to you. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. It's, I believe more of the aerospace companies are controlling our governments. Instead of they're all kind of working together, basically. It's scary stuff, but it's not that scary. Yeah. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Hope I don't get attacked tonight, but you never know. Yeah, this stuff is, you want to get it to go real, that is how you get it real. So you want the space program, and we're already living in it. It's all in where you look. So, obviously, there's always a time and place for everything, but this stuff is just so... It's like, it's in our face, but it's in the shadows, but in our face. It's, if you look up any of these aerospace companies in your area, most likely you'll find one, and you can psychically connect to it and see what you can pick up on. It's probably not very friendly. So there's manipulation on all areas. A lot of them are manipulating politicians to get funding, but they kind of control the politicians from what I gather, and it's aware obviously they don't want us tapping into, but it's scary stuff. It's just a bunch of manipulated BS, basically, but that is really the root of what's going on here. So, yeah, if you want to use your energies for something, that's they don't like being tapped into. That's for sure. It's like, but they know, yeah, that's your alien. Like your aerospace companies are your alien it's aliens in disguise, kind of like Transformers. It's like there's alien AI there, there's alien energies there, hidden in plain sight. It's on how you look at it. So it's like your Pentagon, but a lot of these aerospace companies are in your most public air in big cities. You can find one pretty easily, actually. And tap into vibrations, and you probably not like what you find, but it's they can't hide everything forever though. But there's a lot of alien connections to these aerospace companies for sure. There's positive and dark, mostly dark, but there's positives there, of course. It's all a learning process, and it's gonna get strange. So, all right, that's the message right now. I've been trying to take it easy recently, so we'll see how. I still have a couple more videos I want to do about the felines and the carrions. I try to do that, and I didn't have any energy to do it. I'm working towards it. Obviously, they don't want me to talk about it. I'll try to go into that tomorrow. And I'm going to go into the Archons too, but the felines and the carrions, man, I just cannot get that one out. So we'll see. All right, yeah. Wonder why. All right, much love, everyone. Thank you for your support, and see you tomorrow.